Alright, so we got a build video here. This right here is my favorite build. And we have a little bit of a weird area that we're doing this build video. Because I'm going to show you something. Okay, I'm going to show you something. I'm not crazy. I'm going to show you something. So, fully buffed. Wherever my rally procs. Hello. Thank you. We have 5,631 weapon and spell damage. Of course, that's before the Merciless Resolve. The 300 weapon damage from this, which you won't have to worry about. You don't have to worry about adding this on next patch, because it won't exist, but you won't have to use crit pots either. You get to only use tripods. Anyways, so you get 5,600 weapon damage. When you fully buff, you have 6241. That is an extra 600 weapon and spell damage. Right, so this set might be slightly messed up, slightly bugged, something, I'm not sure what's going on with it. But you get higher stats than it says. Maybe it's buffed from Major Brutality, but even that math doesn't feel right. So, anyways, let's get into it. Yo, who is hitting you, man? Okay, let's get into it. So, we'll go to the stat sheet. 3 points in the mag, 24 in the health, 37 in the stamina, and then we have the Atro Mundus, because max sustain is probably the hardest thing on this entire build. We're using Jewels of Misrule, and then we're Vamp Stage 3 for the passive. We'll get into the skills right here. Dawnbreaker as our ultimate, which you can switch out for either in cap if you want more damage, single target damage, because you get the 20%. Or you can use the dual wield ult Thrive in Chaos, because that ult is super strong. We have Streak here. This is our movement as well as our stun. Crit Surge, your Major Brutality buff, and it heals you, obviously. Merciless Resolve, obviously a super OP skill. Blood for Blood, this is the best spammable in the game. You can also replace this for Surprise Attack, but you probably want to be Vamp on this build, even though you can get away without being Vamp, but Vamp is better. Here I have Hurricane. This is a super strong dot, also gives me minor expedition. I don't need the Major Resolve because we already have a Major Resolve, so if you don't want the dot, or you want a different dot, you can use Lotus Fan, which is a super strong dot and also gives minor vulnerability. You can use Mark Target if you want a Major Breach, or you can use Assassin's Blade if you want a Execute. Literally any of these skills work at all, anyone you want. Could also use Mage's Wrath, although this one's kind of cooked now that they nerfed it. It cut the time in half, but it's still decent. It's alright. Backbar, Extended Ritual, obviously a cleanse, super strong, also a really good dot. Healing Soul, Major Vitality is Major Vitality. It's overpowered, and everybody uses this. You get the Restore Magic and Stamina, and then obviously the Burst Heal. If you can't sustain this, you'll be less tanky, and you might have to change your CP, but Honor the Dead works too. Basically gives you like unlimited mag. Quick Cloak right here gives you major evasion, making you pretty tanky because there's a lot of AoEs. That obviously includes any type of, conduit or beetles or Dawnbreaker, jab, all of that, northern. Basically take 20% reduced damage from all of that for having major evasion. And then it also gives you major expedition as well as a pretty good dot. Then you got Resolving Vigor, it's your minor resolve, and then obviously a really strong haunt, which you need. And then Restoring Focus, this gives you a bunch of stamp sustain and some healing. And obviously your major resolve buff. And then I have Reviving Barrier on the back bar for the max sustain and the And I sometimes use this to keep me alive. It comes in handy every once in a while. Could also use the Sigic one, I guess, but you know, that's what I use. Then we got the CP. So I got Fighting Finesse because we have like literally 50% crit chance on this build. I got Deadly Aim for the single target damage, plus my blood for blood, and my spec bow. I got direct damage attacks, Master at Arms, which also buffs my spec bow and blood for blood, and my Dawnbreaker. By the way, Master at Arms and Deadly Aim also buff your light attack damage. And then we also have Weapons Expert, because your light attacks do a lot of damage. Like a lot of your damage in fights with all the light weaving, it gives a bunch of extra damage your light attacks. So technically, all three of those CP buff your light attack. Technically, your light attacks with this CP plus those two CPs is 32% extra damage, which is really strong. Now, if you if you can't sustain the major vitality, the healing soul, you can use Focus Mending and take off Deadly Aim or Weapons Expert. Probably Weapons Expert. And then if you want to be a little bit tankier, then you can take off Deadly Aim and you can put on Ironclad. And you could use both, then you'll be more of like a tank and spanker, man. Red CP, obviously, I always got Fortified on, 1700 armor, Survival Instinct, Sustain, Pays Refuge, more damage mitigation, and then Sustain by Suffering, more Sustain. And as always, the only CP that matters here is your Break Fall. These two are nice, and this one is also really good. Warm out just because obviously you don't really have to worry about stamina unless you get attacked. Alright, and then getting into the sets, or first I'll start off with the our potions. Obviously you use these so you can get to Vamp Stage 3 and Jewel of the Mistral, but weapon crit pots is what we use. It's like 50-50. Half the time I'll use pots, half the time I'll use weapon crit pots. Weapon crit pots because you get your major savagery buff, obviously, but you don't get the mag and the mag sustain. The major, I don't even know, what is it called? The major intellect. The major intellect's really good, but you don't get that if you're using the weapon crit. So when I get into some X's, I'll end up switching to tripods, and if I don't need the tripods, then I'll use the weapon crit pot so I get extra crit chance, so I do more damage. First set, we got Rally Cry on the front bar. 1 Nern, 1 Sharp. I got a Poison on my main hand, and then I have a Absorb Magicka just because I never changed it. I think I'd probably use Shock or something here, and then use Poison on the offhand. Back bar, I have Black Rose Swords. This gives you 6% damage, and then reduces your damage taken. So this build is kind of naturally tanky with Major Evasion plus Restoring Light and then the Spectral Cloak with the 6%. So the build's naturally tanky. That's how we can get away with 4 damage CP. And then I have double dot poisons right here. Then we got Zol's. Obviously, Zol's super good monster set. 1000 stamina for the 1 piece, and then this is like a super clutch stun. If you want to feel more old school, you can replace this with Bloodspawn, or if you want more damage, then you can use Bloodspawn, or I said Bloodspawn, Balorgs. Either one of those would work, but I like Zol's, my favorite monster set in the game. And then, we got the most OG set ever, the Fury. 5-piece on the body, kind of. We're using all 3 infused with weapon damage enchants, but Fury, obviously. With the math, you get under 500 weapon and spell damage, but as you saw when I fully buffed up, I got over 600. So that doesn't really add up, but I guess that works. So basically this is really good for Xing, because you take a bunch of damage, so then you get a bunch of weapon and spell damage. And like I said, this really gives 600 instead of 480, I think is what it's supposed to be, right? 480, instead I end up with like 600. Sometimes when I do it, I think it gets buffed by Major Brutality. So sometimes when I do it with my to 10% from continuous attack, and the other thing, it ends up being like 700 or 800 sometimes. I don't know why. I don't know if it's bugged or what, but sometimes I end up with like 700 or 800 more weapon and spell damage when it's fully buffed. And then we're in 3 heavy, 2 light, 2 medium. I have medium monster set, which you have to use. You have to use both piece medium, otherwise you'll have too much heavy or too much light. Heavy chest, obviously, with reinforced. The 2 smallest pieces that do the least amount of armor is your light pieces of Rallying Cry, both an impen. And then your legs and your feet are both heavy. Am I missing anything here? And then for rotation, it's really not that much. You just kind of buff up while you're kiting. Keep this up. Keep your hurricane up if you have it on. Keep your crit surge. So keep all your basic buffs. And the hurricane's really like keeping up a dot. It's not really keeping up your major resolve. But sometimes if you let your room go down, then, you know, having this one on your front part helps. So you just keep all this stuff up. And then your only 2 attacks is Blood for Blood and Merciless Resolve. So all you do is light attack into your Blood for Blood. Halfway through the Blood for Blood, you want to bash. So it's got a bash cancel right there. Stun as you need with your strength. Boom, turn around, spec bow. Pretty simple stuff. Like I said, when I'm 1vxing sometimes, if I end up needing the max sustain, I'll switch to tripods here, and I think that's all there is to this build. I kind of made this because I wanted to do more of like an old schooly type build. A little bit, I mean, it's not really old school because I have 3 different class lines on, but it feels like I'm playing back then, especially with all the noobs in Mid-Year Mayhem. It feels like I'm playing in like 2016. Because obviously in 2016, people want to hype it all up, but realistically, the players were a lot worse back then, and they really had no thumbs. So if you had thumbs, you rolled everybody. So with Mid-Year Mayhem, I feel like I'm playing in 2016 again. Especially with no ice staff, but Blood for Blood might be a little bit weird and stuff, but I don't know. I'm just yapping. Anyways, if you only care about the montage, that'll be next. The clips are pretty solid. As y'all know, I kind of rotate builds a lot because I like posting build videos, so I think all these clips are from like the same day. So it wasn't bad for me playing all day and getting some clips.
Walking through a painted sky, she dances like the way. With stars in hair and moonbeam eyes, she whispers secrets safe. She's got the world beneath her toes and dreams she can fulfill. In every heart her beauty grows, a love no one can kill. God is a girl and she's lighting up this world. With a heart so pure and bright, shining like a pearl. From mountains high to oceans deep, her spirit will unfurl. God is a girl, watch her magic whirl. She's the sunrise in our souls, the laughter in the breeze, the power in the thunder and the whispers in the trees. In storm and calm she finds the peace, the life she gently molds. With every breath she weaves a tale of courage to behold. God is a girl and she's lighting up this world. With a heart so pure and bright, shining like a pearl. From mountains high to oceans deep, her spirit will unfurl. God is a girl, watch her magic whirl. In she dances light the way. With stars in hair and moonbeam eyes, she whispers secrets, say. She's got the world beneath her toes and dreams she can fulfill. In every heart her beauty grows, a love no one can kill. That is a girl, and she's lighting up this world. With a heart so pure and bright, shining like a pearl. From mountains high to oceans deep, her spirit will unfurl. God is a girl, watch her magic whirl. She's the sunrise in our souls, the laughter in the breeze, the power in the thunder and the whispers in the trees. In storm and calm she finds the peace, the life she gently molds. With every breath she weaves a tale of courage to behold. God is a girl, and she's lighting up this world. With a heart so pure and bright, shining like a pearl. From mountains high to oceans deep, her spirit will unfurl. God is a girl, watch her magic whirl. In every step she leaves a trace of love and tender care. In every face a glimpse they saw. Walking through a painted sky, she dances light the way. With stars in hair and moonbeam eyes, she whispers secrets, say. She's got the world beneath her toes and dreams she can fulfill. In every heart her beauty grows, love no one can kill. God is a girl, and she's lighting up this world. With a heart so pure and bright, shining like a pearl. From mountains high to oceans deep, her spirit will unfurl. God is a girl, watch her magic work. The thing lies in our souls, the laughter in the breeze, the power in the thunder and the whispers in the trees. In storm and calm she finds the peace, the life she gently molds. With every breath she leaves a tale of courage to behold. God is a girl, and she's lighting up this world. With a heart so pure and bright, shining like a pearl. From mountains high to oceans deep, her spirit will unfurl. God is a girl, she leaves a trace of love and tender care. In every face a glimpse of grace like sunlight on your hair. Her essence, your essence. Walking through a painted sky, she dances light the way. With stars in hair and moonbeam eyes, she whispers secrets, say. She's got the world beneath her toes and dreams she can fulfill. In every heart her beauty grows, a love no one can kill. God is a girl, and she's lighting up this world. With a heart so pure and bright, shining like a pearl. From mountains high to oceans deep, her spirit will unfurl. God is a girl, she leaves a trace of love and tender care. In every face a glimpse of grace like sunlight on your hair. Her essence in the morning dew, her power in the storm. God is a girl forever true, in every shape and form. God is a girl, and she's lighting up this world. With a heart so pure and bright, shining like a pearl. From mountains high to oceans deep, her spirit will unfurl. God is a girl, watch her magic world. In chaos in the night. No turning back, we light the way. Set the world ablaze today. Hey, hey, we're gonna take it higher. Watch us rise, we're on fire. Through the storm and thunder of war, light it up and ask for more. Twist and shout under the moon. Hearts race fast to a crazy tune. No more doubt, just pure desire. Sparks fly high into the fire. Hey, hey, we're gonna take it higher. Watch us rise, we're on fire. Through the storm and thunder roar, light it up and ask for more. Feel the heat, turn up the glow. Let it be, let the embers show. In the blaze we'll find our fate. Burning dreams that never wait. Hey, hey, we're gonna take it higher. Watch us rise, we're on fire. Through the storm and thunder roar, light it up and ask for more. Feel the heat, turn up the glow. Let it be, let the embers show. In the blaze we'll find our fate. Burning dreams that never wait. Hey, hey, we're gonna take it higher. Watch us rise, we're on fire. Through the storm and thunder roar, light it up and ask for more. We are on fire, burning bright, dancing through chaos in the night. No turning back, we light the way. Set the world ablaze today. Hey, hey, we're gonna take it higher. Watch us rise, we're on fire. Through the storm and thunder roar, light it up and ask for more. Twist and shout under the moon. Hearts race fast to a crazy tune. No more doubt, just pure desire. Sparks fly high into the fire. Hey, hey, we're gonna take it higher. Watch us rise, we're on fire. Through the storm and thunder roar, light it up and ask for more. Feel the heat, turn up the glow. Let it be, let the embers show. In the blaze we'll find our fate. Burning dreams that never wait. Feel the heat, turn up the glow. Let it be, let the embers show. In the blaze we'll find our fate. Burning dreams that never wait. Hey, hey, we're gonna take it higher, higher. We are on fire, burning bright. Dancing through chaos in the night. No turning back, we light the way. Set the world ablaze today. Hey, cat dreams that